Hi, my name is Kinyofu, and today I will be sharing some information on ACEs and resilience. The topic, what the heck happened there, I find is a better question than what's wrong with him, which is a question we might ask ourselves of someone who's acting a little off. Well, today I will be painting a picture of a boy whose lifetime of adversity got the better of him in the worst way. And I'll also be sharing with you how having knowledge of ACEs is quite an effective tool to understanding what really happened. ACEs is an acronym for Adverse Childhood Experiences and represents traumatic events that happen during childhood. These events harm children's developing brains so profoundly that the effects show up decades later in the form of chronic disease, mental illness, and violent behaviors. The stresses are physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, physical and emotional neglect, mental illness, incarceration, household violence, substance abuse, and parental separation. Each stress is equivalent to one ACE. I'm only sharing with you 10 stresses or 10 ACEs, which is the highest score that a person can get in this conversation I'm having with you. September 24th, 1998, a boy was born to a chemically addicted mother. When he was 1 year old, his mother gave birth to his brother in prison. During that time, she decided to give up her parental rights, and both boys were adopted by a loving and well-to-do couple. So let's take a moment before we can go any further to count how many ACEs this boy had before his second birthday. There was substance abuse, there was incarceration, and there was the absent parent. That's 3. We could probably deduce that there was also physical and emotional neglect, meaning bringing us now to 5. So what if there was also emotional, physical, and sexual abuse and mental illness? That's 4 more added to 5. But I'm not even going to go there because I'm going to stick with 5, given that 5 is enough adversity for one person. Being adopted had the probability of improving his life circumstances, but without resilient structures in place before, during, and after these early events, recovery was a challenge. You see, these experiences physically change the brains, causing toxic stress. Positive experiences promote healthy brain development, and negative experiences promote unhealthy brain development. And this is why the first 5 years of a child's life is so critical. Now, adding insult to injury, at the age of 6, this boy witnessed his adopted father die. 5 ACEs plus 1 ACE is equal to 6 ACEs. Individuals with high ACEs have a greater chance of significant emotional, cognitive, physical, and behavioral challenges that can lead to other problems. The presence, however, of a caring, supportive adult, one or more, who offer encouragement and provide loving and trusting environments create the proper cover for success. These covers, which help a child feel safer, faster, must also include the community, as well as the surrounding embedded structures. Despite having been raised by a caring adoptive family, this boy still had multiple problems. They required more than what his family was able to offer. Over the years, school staff, social workers, and the police were invited to intervene, but to no avail. This boy still acted out. As if his early life experiences of loss were not enough, he faced yet another one, that of his adopted mother, who died suddenly. And then he lost it. This is the boy who on February 14, 2018 gunned down 17 former classmates in Parkland, Florida. Now, most people following this story are not familiar with ACEs. Instead, they're pondering motive, blame, gun laws, the state of family life, lack of Christian values, negligence, and privilege. From our vantage point, now knowing about ACEs, we could say they're missing the picture of what really happened. So think about this. What if the obstetrician and the social workers and the school staff and the police knew about ACEs? How could that have changed things? If screening for ACEs were a standard medical and psychological protocol, Nicholas Cruz might have gotten what he needed at the time he was experiencing his early adversities. Current surveys reveal that 2 out of 3 adults have one ACE, and 87 or more have 2 or more. In our case study, we saw how easy it was to accumulate ACEs. These stats actually surpass what we even know about poverty, class, and even race. ACEs affects everyone. Dr. Nadine Burks-Harris, a Bayview pediatrician, author of The Deepest Well, Healing Long-Term Effects of Childhood Adversity, and my model for understanding the criticalness of ACEs screenings, says we're dealing with an epidemic. She believes that adverse childhood experiences are the single greatest unaddressed public health threat facing our nation today. To drive home my point, Dr. Richard G. Dudley, Jr., in his article entitled Childhood Trauma and Its Effects, Implications for Police, found that repeated violent traumatization of children in the absence of parental protection can permanently rewire their brains. This affects their ability to identify real danger, manage stress, and it also impairs decision making. Many of these children experience post-traumatic stress-like symptoms. That's PTSD. Now, what if our society integrated trauma-informed and resilience-based practices, where the root of the problem would be treated instead of the symptom? There would be no need to ask, what the heck happened there? Because we would be there with support the very moment something happens. Thank you for tuning in. I will be sharing more with you on ACEs and resilience, as well as trauma-informed care and resilience-based practices. This is the first of many insights yet to be had. Feel free to tell me what you're doing to provide resilience to a child in your life. And if you would like more information, email me. The link is on the screen. I'll talk to you soon. This is Kinyofu signing out.